Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Gary Larson Fede, who is the Chief Operating Officer for Hurtigruten. Did I say all of those words right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Actually, fantastic.
And we're here at Sea Trade, and we're going to talk to you about what well, first of all, you are the COO, so we're going to talk about ship upgrades, sustainability here on Insider Travel Report. Thank you for talking to us.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're the guy and your team that's responsible for the zero emissions. Let's talk about that, please.
Yeah, we started a project about 3 years ago called C0, where we were looking at what can we do to produce a ship that's a zero-emission ship operating on the Norwegian coast. But the main task was to see what can we do to reduce the energy, because one of the biggest challenges we have is that we use too much energy. Mm-hmm. And if all that energy is going to be green, we have a challenge. Mm-hmm. So it started with that, and then we've been looking at different technologies that we now have matured and seen that they're working, that can be implemented either on a new build or they can be implemented on existing ships.
But you did it before everybody else, it seems like.
Yeah, well, we started early. We started with looking at, okay, we focus on energy consumption. What can we do to reduce the energy? What can we do with existing technology? And then it seems like there's been some copycats out there. We see ships coming out with sails now. We had sails on that. We see the batteries. We saw Mayer just presented their new ship. So I'm taking a little bit of credit for that.
Well, no, I'm glad you said that, because my copy joke was that I see noodle stations on other ships, but this is more important.
Yeah, I believe so, definitely. Okay. So I'm glad to see that we are cooperating, and I think we should be cooperating on sustainability. That's not a competitive thing. That's something we all should do to have a positive impact on the environment where we operate.
So that covers the general, but you've got ship upgrades. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, currently we have done several ship upgrades over the last years. A lot of them with an environmental. The goal was environmental. We did 3 ships where we did put in batteries, so we made them hybrid ships. Now we have currently 1 ship in the yard, but now we are working more on doing the refurbishment of the hotel side, implementing new restaurants into our signature product. So that ship is currently in Denmark and will start up operation on the 19th of May.
And so now you have a chance to brag. Tell us about this first sailing that was zero emission.
Yeah, we did what we call the carbon neutral sailing in October last year with one of our ships. We did an 11-day round trip on what we call HVO, or fully advanced biodiesel, which reduces the emissions to close to zero. This was just a point for us to prove that this is possible with today's technology. This is a ship that's 30 years old, and you put this fuel on the engines, and it works.
That's amazing.
And there's quite a bit of biofuels out there. So, and there will be more available if we start using more of it. So I think that's, until we wait for that, the golden bullet or the silver bullet, we can use this already from tomorrow. So I think we just wanted to show that that's possible.
Do you want to talk about the ships? We're talking about backstage. Mm-hmm. But what about the ships themselves and the passenger luxury that you have?
Yeah, I think we focus a lot on the product that we have on board, but for Hurtigruten, what we sell is predominantly outside the ship. It's the sceneries they're sailing through. It's close to the coast. It's close to we sail very closer than any of the bigger ships can do.
But I hear you're very comfortable.
Yeah, we are, because I have very, very skilled people on board the ships that's been with the company for many years. Mm-hmm. Our captains have been, in average, the 22 captains, 25 years with the company. Mm-hmm. And they need that, because we operate a year round. We don't go, when the weather gets bad, we go somewhere else. We stay there. And also we have a fantastic local product on board when it comes to the food service. We have this, what we call Norwegian Coastal Kitchen, where we have produce from the local areas of the coast, and we produce so you can eat your way up through the coast, basically, which is a really, really nice concept, and the food and beverage concept on board is fantastic.
Right, so we're going out to 125,000 travel advisors, and let's get them to understand the way the product segmented. You have the traditional and the signature. What's the difference?
So basically we have the 7, what we call the original product, which is the 7 ships that are on the coastal route from Bergen to Kirkenesberg in 11 days, which is on the contract with the government of Norway. So it takes local passengers as well. And then we have the signature product, which is our fully commercialized product. That is more of a premium product, where we have more premium restaurants, premium drinks, all inclusive, and we go to specific ports, not so many, but we stay longer in each port, and we go to small local ports that none of the other cruise lines can go to because they're too big.
Right.
So, and then we also try all the time to give back to the community. So we kind of give them back in the way that we purchase there. We help the local communities. But I think that product is really, really up on a premium level. It's a really, really nice product.
And you have new ships coming, right?
We don't have any new ships coming as of now. We are looking at what do we do, but we are waiting for the Norwegian government to make a decision on a new coastal contract. Before we know what the requirements will be, it's hard for us to build a ship.
Right. But you are not only a cruise ship, but a bus. I mean, not a bus. That you are a way for locals to move around.
We are, and that's one of the very kind of nice
things. It's a selling point.
Yeah, it really is, because you go on board there as a guest, and you will meet locals that are taking that ship from one port to another, and they are there because they need to get from A to B.
Right.
You would see them. You will see we take cargo with our ships,
would these be considered commuters?
Yes, there are commuters, or there are some that needs to go to the hospital somewhere, which they come from a small city, that to the hospital, etc., etc. But also we do the. So
that's true immersion, not even on purpose. It's just that's the way it is.
Yeah, that's the way it operates, and that's the way it's been for 133 years.
Right.
And we like the cargo we do. One fascinating thing is that the picture that's most photographed on board the ship is actually the forklift taking cargo on board the ship, because it's an unusual thing for a cruise passenger to experience.
Right.
But at the same time, you get that involvement with the local communities, with the local people, which we think is a great combo.
That really is. No, so the travel advisors out there, we're going to talk to Carly Bickett, who's the head of sales for U.S. America. But do you want to tell them where they can get more information?
Yeah, well, obviously they can get more information on our web pages. They can contact our sales offices, and I'm sure Carly will give you more details on that than I do.
But doesn't it sound great?
Yes, it is great.
Okay. Well, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.